Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another installment in the iWish series. A series in which I investigate rather dubious tech products sold on various sites around the web just to see if they're any good. Most of the time they are not, but I like to buy this stuff so you don't have to. However, today I'm on a bit of a mission, except I'm filming this bit after I've done everything else, so this won't make much sense. But a few weeks back, I did a live stream finding some products on AliExpress, and one viewer in the chat by the name of, yeah, I don't think I could pronounce that, sorry, but thank you for telling me that Android pens exist. And I was quite baffled. Turns out that they're translation pens that run Android, except Android has a launcher on top of it that basically locks you out of everything else, and you can only use what is preloaded on it, and that is where my mission comes into play. I wanted to try one of these things and see if I could do some ultimate mad hacks and break into the actual Android system somehow. Now I thought it would be easy, but it took me quite a long time, almost about 8 total hours of messing around with this, trying to do it. But I'm glad to say the mission was a complete success. That live stream where we broke the pen will be carded up the top the whole time for you to check out if you want to, as that is one hell of a mad hack stream for you all. But I also need to thank everyone during that previous live stream for donating, so I'll display all your names on screen here. Massive props to just everybody for supporting the channel with your very amazing generosity and kindness, for funding iWish, as I've said a few times in my last few videos, but you're all getting some entertainment out of this, and that's the main thing at the end of the day. For those wondering, I bought another Android calculator. I'll try and review that before I take my break in October. Yeah, massive thank you to everyone on screen. I really do appreciate it. Now, before I get into the listing, yes, we're going to be taking a look at the listing for this thing. I will just try and breeze over it as quickly as possible. So the usual timestamps will be integrated into the video as chapters, and also in the description and pinned comment, so you can skip to wherever you need to be if you don't want to sit around and hear me ramble and waffle on about the listing for a silly pen on AliExpress. Then that's absolutely fine. Feel free to skip along past that. Buckle up, folks, because today we're looking at the 2023 Smart Voice Translator 134 Languages Offline Wi-Fi Scan Translation Pen Scanning Translation Pen for Business Travel Abroad. That was a bit of a mishmash and jumble of words there, but currently it's $68.95 Australian with free shipping, and I'll display a currency conversion chart on screen to give you a rough idea of how much this costs around the world, given that this isn't really accurate and it only shows a tiny bit of the world. It's just a rough estimation. It's got 4.8 stars out of 5 with 15 reviews, which the top 3 are: the method of scanning on the writing is English Arabic, translate sound only. I don't know what this person's talking about, but mine works completely fine. Arrived as described, good packaging, read through instruction manual, and now we'll have to give it a try. The instruction manual is helpful for about 2 things. And the last one is the screen response is a bit slow. There's a reason why the screen response is a bit slow. Stay tuned. In the description, we have the MD04 feature item description Sruton. I don't know what a Sruton is, but alright, sure. So we've got system languages, offline scanning, voice translation, scan dictionary once again, text scanning, text translation, text extract, intelligent recording, favorite, okay, MP3, okay, AI is just Chinese. That it certainly is. Bluetooth, connect Bluetooth headphones, Bluetooth speakers, and other audio devices. Keep that Bluetooth in mind, because what it says there is correct. By default, you can only connect up audio devices to this, nothing else. In features, we've got offline Wi-Fi, offline anytime and anywhere is not restricted, Wi-Fi networking content is more accurate and richer. Sruton. There's some weird words in this, but alright. Quick recognition, support real-time voice translation in 134 languages, Sluden. Ludens? 3.38-inch HD touchscreen, multi-touch visual operation, real-time full display, audio text synchronization, no page turning, simple UI interface design, more user-friendly interaction, stronger user experience. Has that sold you on this thing yet? Special box cavity speaker. Speaker effect more realistic and clear. Dual microphone array for more accurate speech input and recognition. 1500 mAh high-performance lithium battery. One key records new words. Ergonomic design. Yeah, about the design of this thing. I'll talk about that once we actually get to unboxing this pen. In specifications, also known as the project description, network mode is offline and Wi-Fi. It weighs 93.5 grams. The package includes charging cable, user manual, and translation. Oh, they forgot to add the special bonus that comes in this box. You'll see that soon. 3.38-inch touchscreen with a resolution of 340 by 800. That's not quite correct. 1500 mAh battery with a standby time of 7 days and working hours 8 to 12 hours. If you break this thing and use it like a normal Android device, that battery is just going to go wee. So the pictures in the listing, I actually won't show them all, but if you want to take a look at this, I'll leave a link in the description below for this pen if you want to take a look at it and purchase it if you want. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. It's just literally a link of the same pen that I bought, because if you find oddball devices interesting, then this might be something for you. Yeah, all the pictures are in the listing, but I'll just show a couple of them, like the massive thesaurus precise translation A to Z 2000 watt thesaurus. I chose this picture to look at because I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to tell me, because all the text is, well, looking a little something like that. Maybe it can read drunk text. That would be helpful. Details create quality gems? Crash Bandicoot? I don't know. 5-inch large screen, HD full touchscreen. Keep that in mind. 500 watt camera, photo translation. Scanning head made of POM material. POM material? Pieces of metal? Plastic only material. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. The last thing that I want to show you in the listing is, once again, specifications, which say it's an intelligent translation pen, MD04, the product size, the processor being a quad-core ARM Cortex A7. Does anyone want to take a guess of what processor could be in this thing? If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you'd be absolutely correct. 3.38-inch HD full touchscreen, Bluetooth headset and audio, support AI voice assistant, 1000 mAh battery. So I've gone from 1500 to 1000 mAh. Can confirm it's 1000 mAh as well. Type-C charging interface, which is kind of cool. Oh, and finally, they tell us the bonus that's included in this. Translation pen, data cable, instruction manual, screen film, and silicone protective sleeve. Just you wait till you see this thing and you'll go, oh, I know what he's talking about now. Because that is all of the listing, and that's all I need to talk about in the listing. So let me go ahead and unbox this thing to show you all the pen that's questionably shaped, as well as the bonus questionable thing. You know what, let's just roll into it. Taking 9 days from China to Australia, I have this parcel. I just want to power it on and see what it does. I mean, apart from it being a pen, well, a $70 pen. Well, it's not a pen, actually. It's a smart pen. Here it is. Translator Pen. Photo translation optional. Well, it's optional. IPS full touchscreen, more system interface languages, offline text scanning translation, 100 plus languages, online voice translation, photo translation optional. MD04 white, still the same stuff there. Horizontal and vertical scan, keyboard switchable, text extract, and multiple dictionaries. And it just says the same stuff on the back. Yes, it's an intelligent translation pen, multi-functions and multi-languages. This product is not recommended for use alone by children under 3 years of age. Do not close to... Yep, okay. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Okay, nothing interesting around the box. Let's take a look at this thing itself. Oh, here's a manual. This might help me, because it's gonna translate stuff for me. Oh, it's in a card. Okay, hello, how you doing? It'd be hilarious if there was nothing in there. Oh, you get a screen protector. Oh, that's funny. Can I just say it also looks like a pregnancy test, by the way? Seriously, does it not look like that? Hold the pen, place the alignment line of the pen head in the middle of the text and gently press it down. Okay, we'll give it a go. Do it like that and not like, okay. Oh, it's got a memory card slot. Are you serious? Well, what we can do is use the instruction manual to translate. That makes sense. Oh, it's got a 500 watt pixel photos. Okay. And on the back should be, no, Chinese. No, it's not. It's all just English. Pen. And inside the box, we just get a USB. There's a case for it. Oh, that looks so wrong. Okay. Yeah, we get a lanyard and a Type-C cable, but a case for your translator pen. That doesn't really look like a translator pen, but alright. Let's take a look at this thing. Alright, so we've got a QR code on the back, which, what does that take me to? It's probably an app for it. No, it wouldn't be an app for it, would it? Oh, it's literally just the serial number. That's all it is. Got a speaker up top, the 500 watt pixel camera, 5 megapixels, I hope. Going around in my backyard taking photos with this. Memory card slot, power on, volume up, volume down, and a little Type-C port at the top there. Little hole for a lanyard, and the pen bit right there, which you would just do that. Oh, these little things retract. They push in and just off you go, start translating, and it should start talking to you about different stuff. And on the front, is there a... What is that? It's a hole for something. We've also got a screen protector pre-applied to this as well. Let me just put the case on real quickly. Yeah, I'm not going to say what this is even remotely looking like doing that, but alright, sure. I'd prefer it without the case, to be fairly honest. Let's have it without the case. I had no idea these things existed. It was only until that viewer told me on stream, you know there's Android pens? What? You're insane. There's no such thing. Sure enough, there is. Alright, let's power this thing on. Is it a welcome? Alright, mark your books, everyone. We've got a welcome pen. Got a welcome pen. I'll try and dump the system files from this, if I can. Wait. Oh, okay. Does this look like Android? It's looking like Android. There it is. Wow. Oh, wow. There it all is there. So, I want to jump straight into settings. Oh, that's definitely Android. Wi-Fi? What have we got? 2.4 gigahertz. Can I use it in this mode? Oh, no, I can't. Okay. What does the keyboard look like? Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, this thing is really slow, by the way. I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be fast, but it would have been helpful. I have now connected to Wi-Fi on my pen. It's so stupid. Brightness, like Guess, is that bright enough? Sounds? Oh, I wonder if it says best loudness in here. Oh, it doesn't. No. Okay. Language. Simplified Chinese, English, Japanese, Korean, all that sort of good stuff. I mean, obviously, this is a language translator pen, so it's going to have a lot of languages. Bluetooth. Oh, I wonder if we could put a mouse into this and use a mouse or a keyboard even. I wonder if we could do that to sort of see what we can do. Auto lock. I guess we'll just set it to 5 minutes just in case. Power off after 30 minutes. Permanent, guess we'll just leave that. Direction, right hand or left hand? Well, right hand, yes. Pronunciation, American or British? Oh, we'll try it in American. Speed, I guess we'll leave it as normal. Clean data, clear vocabulary, clear smart recording, clear text excerpts, clear voice translate, clear it all. Yeah, just clear it all, the whole thing. See you later. Update. Ooh, Arab. Okay, well, let's just... It's the latest version. You know we're going to try and play Grand Theft Auto on this, yeah? Just you wait. Factory data reset. Nope, that's not what we're going to do. System upgrade. Detection update. Something. Also, I think it said in the listing that it's got a 5-inch display on it. This is not a 5-inch display, by the way. 3.4-inch display is on this. Let me just check to see if it did. I'm pretty sure it said 5-inch. So, yeah, in the listing it does say 5-inch large screen, but then it says in the specs list 3.38-inch. HD full touchscreen. Participle? What the hell is participle? Okay. Scan and portrait. Oh, hang on. So if I start doing this... Oh, it doesn't work. Sorry, I missed a whole line of stuff. MD043. Software. Arab, which is helpful. Can I trigger an Easter egg? No. Oh, confirm. The password error. Let's just put 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, it can't be that complicated, can it? Confirm. The password error. If it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. No, that's 2 zeros. 0, 0. Go for it. The password error. Do you reckon they've put like an admin lock or something like that on here? What have they done to this? Storage, 8 gigabytes. Storage path, local storage. Let's see what this thing can do if it does work.
CVHEN, the charging is completed or not.
I'd say that works pretty well. I also didn't check, but yeah, there is the second camera just there. Not that you can see it though, but it's a little tiny fella with 2 LEDs poking out there. It also uses the talkback voice too, by the way. So if I go over the packing list...
18 packing Lee.
You're close. You're very close. May I go a little faster? There it is.
18 packing list.
Cool! Change it to Chinese. Now say it in Chinese.
18 packing Lee.
No, you missed the yes. Oh, there it is. Ah, what happened? I'm changing it from Chinese. Oh, hang on. I need a box that has Chinese on it. Aha, okay. We got something. The old soap phone. Good old soap phone. Let's just see right here. So, keep going like that. Now, what does it say? Okay. Short press to close, yeah.
Short press to close.
That's helpful, actually. If we just go along here like so. Hey, there's a whole line of text. But there it is, though. The operation of any radio transmitting equipment, including radio telephony. And then I can play that.
The operation of any radio transmitting equipment, including radio telephony.
Sounds a little slow, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that, to be fairly honest. That kind of works better than I expected. I thought it was going to be absolutely terrible, but considering it just, you know, it's just a small little line of text, it can just, oh, it just opens it up like that. You know how I was praising it just before? Let's just pretend I didn't say any of that. We get it that it can translate stuff, but what else can this do? Also the battery life. I went to online something, so let's just see what this does. Is it the same thing? What does online do? I get it! Hang on. You use your mobile phone! No, hang on. That's silly.
Dieser Stift ist Wunder.
Okay, well it said it then, so I have a feeling that online translator is... Actually, no, I'm confused. I don't know what that does. Voice translator. Oh, so we'll change the language. We'll see if there's German here. Yeah, German's here. Okay. Dieser Stift ist wunderbar.
This pen is.
Holy shit. Dieser Stift ist wunderbar. A welcome device that actually does something good. That is actually stupidly basic, but really cool at the same time. Oh, Japanese. Sumimasen?
Excuse me.
The only word that you need in Japan. Sumimasen. Konnichiwa. Sumimasen?
Excuse me today.
That's actually really cool. You can translate stuff on your pregnancy test. Amazing. Okay, I didn't think I'd be having this much fun with this thing. You know what? This could actually be pretty helpful. I mean, you could just do everything on your mobile phone, yeah? You could. This is a dedicated thing. Dedicated to all that sort of stuff. All right, photo translation. Let's see. Oh, dear God. But can I just take a photo? Okay, so I can just take a normal photo like that. And then is it going to try and translate the mouse pad? Unrecognized content. Oh, I think I might have to put open camera on this perhaps. So let's try the soap phone again. Does it have autofocus too, by the way? It has autofocus. And then we want to crop it. If I can I crop it? Oh, there we go. Let's see what this does. Picked it up. But that camera's got autofocus though. Note or indicates that the content of the toxic and hazardous substance in all homogeneous materials of the part is below the limit requirement specified in GB. X indicates that, okay, this is pretty good. Do you want to read that there? Okay. The file has been saved to SD card camera translation. Okay. Yeah, I can take normal photos. That's good, but I'm going to have to put open camera on here to see if I can do more, because we want to break this thing, obviously. Well, not break it in a way that's bad, but break it in a way that's good. No, that doesn't make sense. Dictionary? English to Chinese. Can you see that? I also have to say, for the quality of the screen, it's actually not too bad. It could be worse, but I'm going to do that as the keyboard layout, and you can see the Gboard there. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's really difficult to type on this, let me tell you that. Welcome wonderful, that'll do.
Welcome wonderful.
You're supposed to, yeah, okay. I just want to go back to settings real quickly. I want to try the portrait orientation that way, and then I also want to do the speed to fast. I think I broke it. It no longer works, but there's no auto rotate as well, by the way. So let me just try that again to see. If it's, yeah, there we go, it's faster now.
Scan transil.
So now I've put the speed up. Continuing on, excerpt, whether to enable well, there's a lot of big words here. Whether to enable simultaneous interpretation. Oh, synchronized text to other devices. Okie dokie, so yes. Confusing? Click button to start recording. Hello, I'm recording on the pen. Oh, isn't it not, that's not recording, is it? Oh, now it's recording. Hello, this is recording with the pen. Does this translate or does, what do you do?
Oh, now it's recording. Hello, this is recording with the pen. Does this translate or what do you do?
That's just recording. All right. Vocabulary. Ooh. F. F for, is there any funny words in here? Fisherman.
Fisherman.
Ah, see? I mean, I can definitely see the benefits of using this. High school. B. Badminton. Bandage. Bandage.
Bandage.
Yay. Okay, that's fairly self-explanatory. Favorites. Oh, that's just all the stuff that I've... Oh, no. Idiom. Is it calling me an idiom? Probably. Oh, I can play music on this? Oh, I can put BFG Division on this. The thing is, my micro SD card is kind of in another device at the moment, so I will come back to that. Voice Assistant? Is this Google Assistant? It is. Oh, wait. Oh, hello. Now we're using it properly. I guess I'm agreeing to terms and conditions. Hello.
淘宝网是亚太地区较大的网络零售商圈，由阿里巴巴集团在2003年5月创立。淘宝网是中国深受欢迎的网购零售平台，拥有近5亿的注册用户数，每天有超过6000万的固定访客。
Shut up.
好的呀，有请 Fandom 带来 Shut Up。
I don't know what just happened, but whatever happened, happened. Okay, well, at least I have an assistant to yell at on this. Oh, here's camera here. There we go. Oh, that's so, yep, standard generic camera. But I can I do video? No, I can't do video, but it has autofocus. How cool is that? I can't change any of the settings or anything. Oh, there's color effects, exposure, scene modes, and white balance. I mean, we've got to try and get videos on this thing, but I want to try and switch the launcher of this. If there's a way to do that, there has to be some sort of a way. How do I exit the camera application, by the way? That locked it. No, that's Yep, that just took photos. Oh my god, I can actually do a 4x digital zoom with this camera too. I'll have to take some test shots later, but as I said, I want to break Android first. Maybe I can go to gallery? I'm pressing gallery, but no worky? No worky today? I wonder if we could boot into recovery mode. Oh, there has to be a recovery mode, doesn't there? There has to be. We're going to try that real quickly. The usual combination to get into Android recovery is volume up and power. So I'm going to hold both of them at the same time. I'll let go of power, keep holding up, and I'll let go of that. And that should boot me into recovery. I'd assume so. Volume up and down and power. I got into safe mode at least. Okay. I wonder if safe mode will actually enable anything. Holding volume down is definitely not the way. Do we get anything? Can we get notifications or anything like that? I've just thought of something. This is probably a little silly, okay? But just hear me out here, alright? There has to be a browser built onto this. Surely they wouldn't have stripped the browser off. So you're probably thinking to yourself, alright, then how does one open up the browser? This is where this comes into play. No.
www.90gle.
Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to connect a keyboard up to it. Does this work? No, I don't think it supports on the go, but it supports Bluetooth. Bluetooth, switch it on, and we're going to pair ourselves a keyboard. There goes that idea. I thought I could connect a Bluetooth keyboard to it. Mouse worky? Nope, mouse no worky. Okay, so I've just done ADB devices and nothing's come up for it. Is there a password in here for this? To go back, I double click the power button. That would have been helpful to know that. Surely using this, we'd be able to do something. Open Google.
iPhone Google 的中文是 iPhone 谷歌.
That clearly didn't work. They can't outsmart me. Okay, they have outsmarted me. What if the password is password? The password error. I have tried several different things to try and get into recovery mode and to try and get myself out of this and just go into like normal settings or somehow crash settings to, I don't know, do something. But they've really locked this down and the whole password thing really is weird because why would they have set a password? It's just so strange. But I can't click that. Author's homepage. Oh. App again. Okay, that's confirmed my theory then that there's no browser on this. What if that works as a home button? This is one combination I haven't tried. So plonk, plonk, and plonk. How long do I hold these for? Just see if that works. Yeah, I just had this idea that these could possibly work as a button for recovery. But I don't think that's not the case. I've just read on here as well, there is no lack of leisure and entertainment while studying and working. So they have really hammered this down because they don't want you to do anything. They cannot be treated as general domestic garbage. No, you're wrong. Does it say my name? No, it says welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks. I'm seriously lost, which is not hard to do anyways. It's not very hard to lose. I'm gonna end up like XQC and just be like, what I'll just put that there and we'll just pretend nothing happened, alright? See ya. Why hello there, it's been a while. So this is the current state of the pen. It's broken. We did it. Well, there you go. But you may be asking, how exactly did I do this? Well, it was a team effort. I did a live stream last week, which is now unlisted, but I'll card it up there if you want to take a look at it, because I spent about 6 hours trying to break it with the help of all the people who tuned into that stream. We had a lot of people suggesting things that I had already tried, but they obviously weren't to know. I had to end up putting a text box on the screen, but at one point, almost 300 people were watching. So I do appreciate the support and help during that stream. Everyone was just throwing ideas, going, try this, try that, try this, and we were trying everything. You'll see in that stream, I was trying absolutely everything, but one thing worked. One keen-eyed viewer noticed something at one point. The way I ended up breaking this is so strange, but hear me out. The way I broke this was to send a Bluetooth file via the gallery. So I'd open up the gallery, go to Bluetooth, then I'd send that to my PC, and when it transferred, a notification would pop up from that file being sent on the device, and with the gallery working in portrait mode, that notification once pulled down shows the notification bar. But that one keen-eyed viewer noticed while in landscape, I could add users and such, which I did stuff around with for quite a while, and I couldn't really get anywhere with that. But in portrait mode, the edit button for all the shortcuts was there for a split second and disappeared. And with some quick timing, this happened. Alright, so just... Yes! 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 Oh my god! 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 Okay, yes. All right, that's what... Yes. Okay, good. Yes. I guess we'll just put them all up there, hey? Took me 5 hours. Who was it that said it? I think it was it Matt? Matt, did you say it? Matty Ballies? Mattabalese. Okay. All right, cool. Here we go. All right, now I got to pair a device to it. Watch this, fellas. Yeah. For all you people that were saying, oh, nah, it can't be done. It can't be done. Nah, you're going to have to use MTK client. Well, we got settings. And thus, that's how we broke it. From that point on, I was able to get into settings, enable USB debugging, all that sort of stuff, and that was it. We're in. We're done. But I highly recommend watching that stream to see all the measures I tried and all the suggestions that you folks said, because I went through almost everything to try and just do something. I filmed almost 2 hours of original footage trying to break it myself before I gave up. I don't know how much of that footage I'm going to show in this video. It defeated me at that point. But in that live stream, I was just so happy that we were able to break this thing, because as I said, it was a team effort. Yeah, if you do want to buy this pen and break it, just follow exactly what I did at that point in the live stream, because this thing was just so locked down. On the go didn't work, Bluetooth didn't work, USB debugging wasn't enabled, couldn't change the launcher, couldn't go into settings had a password, couldn't get into recovery mode. We did end up seeing recovery on this, but I had to do it within the actual Android system itself. No button combination exists as far as I know. There is recovery. Ah. So glad to see you, buddy. Which also, I've dumped whatever system files I can from this in the description below. Feel free to go through them and enjoy whatever you're going to find in there. After almost 6 hours or so, I was determined. When there is a will, there is a way. And a lot of people were saying just use software. But I was determined to get this thing going without the help of any of that. And here we are. This is the Android Translator Pen that is now completely usable. So what have I done to this thing? A lot's been changed. I got rid of that horrible launcher, but I can still go back into it, which I'll show you soon. But the launcher is called Launcher Launcher. My accent butchers that, but anywho. We have a wallpaper that I think came from a Fairphone launcher I originally tried, but it works really well for this actually. I've installed navigation buttons. See, they work. An app that switches the orientation, which I'll show you soon. A browser, and so much more. Let's jump back into the launcher first. Because if I just press this, there it is, loading resource files, and that's it, we're back. And you'd think, oh no, you're stuck here again. But I can simply just exit out of this, like so, close it, and I'm back. But I just wanted to try one thing in the translation app real quickly. The pronunciation I'm going to set to British, because I didn't try this during original testing. Now, with the translation thing as well, if I do this, and then
rip and tear. Rip and tear.
Okay, well that's British then. So pressing these in enables the LEDs to come on and we can start doing the translation as you do.
RLP and tear.
That'll do. Once I exit out of this and go back to the main launcher, well, nothing works because there's no actual software set to open up once this is pressed in. And this is just a little switch on the motherboard, which I'll show you during the teardown. But there is actually a way that I can show you the LEDs. I have a notification shade now, so I can access absolutely everything. The reason why I've had to put software on this to control the orientation of the screen is because there's no accelerometer. Now we do have the flashlight here, but nothing will happen. And if I swipe up, it takes a few tries, don't worry. It's a little janky, but it works. That's the main thing. I forgot about this again. I was too excited to show you all everything that I've done to this. Once I installed this launcher, some of the applications already were in here, but what we've got is Battery Log, Bromite, which is a browser that I've installed, Camera, which is the MediaTek camera, Control Screen Orientation, Device Info Hardware, Factory Test, File Manager, Free Doom. This thing plays Doom. That was also one of the other points of breaking this was, can an Android Translator Pen play Doom? Yes, it can. I'll show you that soon. Gallery, Geekbench 5. I can safely say we're going to be running Geekbench 5 on a pen. I also have GTA 3 and San Andreas installed. I guess we'll just try San Andreas because that'll be fun to test. High battery, high updater ALB, part of the system, same as M aging test. Music, navigation bar, which is just some random APK I had on my memory card, which has given me navigation buttons to work my way around this, kind of. Open camera as well, QuickShortcutMaker, settings, smart scanner, system info, test, Chinese translation app, and the keyboard, I believe. So let's use this as a normal Android device and pretend that it's not in this shape and just use it how we would. Alright, so this is what settings looks like, and we've got all the usual stuff here, but I will quickly go through here just to show you a couple of things, and that's where the screen orientation comes into place. So I open this up, the service is started, and then I go to select screen orientation, put it to portrait, And there we go. It's good to use now. Now it looks a little better. So now if I come back to settings, this is what settings looks like. So network and internet, we don't need to go into. Connected devices, I've got a keyboard connected to this. That's going to be very useful soon. Apps and notifications though, I will quickly just scroll through this just so you can see what is on this by default. Some of the stuff is, see what I mean by scrolling? It's very iffy. So this is where the keyboard comes into place. So a lot of these are basic system stuff, but some of them I've added to this, but I'll just quickly go through this so you can see everything that's on here. Not that you can see it all, because it's kind of cut off, but it just gives you a good idea of what was on here by default. I'll open up QuickShortcutMaker and we can play around with that and see what happens. I've already been into it anyways, but it's fairly basic. There's not much on here because it's all been stripped off. Display I don't need to go into because there's no wallpapers. In sounds, we have, wait for it, sound enhancement. Best loudness is there, so we're going to keep that on for the speaker test. Also, the battery is 2 hours and 9 minutes left. With an MT6580 in this and 1000 mAh battery, not going to last too long. Storage, I have 8 GB of internal storage, but I've put a 16 gig micro SD card in that I've now used as internal storage, so I was able to install a lot more apps and stuff because there was only like 1.8 gig of internal storage available. So that's another thing I had to do. Security and location, you can have a pin lock if you want, or a pattern if you want to. Obviously, there's no face unlock or anything like that. Imagine whipping this out in public and going, yeah, don't worry, I'm just using my face to unlock my pregnancy test. Don't worry about that. Users and accounts, I can't add a Gmail because there's no Google services whatsoever. In system, language is an input. Can't do any gestures or anything like that. That's why I've had to install the navigation bar. Developer options is on, USB debugging is on, and I've also put the window animations down to make it slightly faster. Just slightly. It's about tablet too, by the way. This is technically a tablet. We do have a unique serial number in here. This is an MD043. The Android Easter egg looks a little something like that. And look, he runs perfect. He's having a good time. Whee! Oh, whee! There we go. The security patch level is October 5th, 2019. 4 years out of date, but that's okay. Baseband version, kernel version, build number, and custom build version are just there, which doesn't tell me too much except the whole Arab Online thing, which I haven't actually had any issues translating stuff. It's always been fine. Granted, I'm using English to Chinese most of the time, but yeah, that's all of settings. Now I'm back to using it like this, which actually might use it like this for a little bit longer. You know how I said I'm just going to use it for a little bit longer? I take that back. We're going to have to use it back in landscape. So the first thing that I actually want to show you all is the camera. And here it is. By default, that I've already shown, there's not much you can do in here. And I've done a camera test with this. It was a little bit painful because the navigation bar is kind of over the camera shutter key, so I kind of had to use the hardware buttons to be able to take photos, but I've done it. But then, here's where open camera comes into play. And I can actually switch to the secondary camera. It turns out that this secondary camera right in there, not that you can see it, is actually a 5 megapixel macro camera. If I put a micro SD card right there, you can see it pretty much in a reasonable detail. It's sort of like a monochrome camera because it's easier to read text. If it was color, it'd be all over the place. So that's why it's so accurate. It's at a fixed focus and just going along, you can see everything. So I took some test shots using it like this. But here's the big bummer of the camera, is if I go to video and I press record, it says failed to record video. I have tried several different things in open camera and it doesn't record video. I have tried my hardest to try and get video from this thing, but it just doesn't work. I even tried a generic Gcam port on this too, but that didn't launch. So I'm going to splice in the photos that I did take with this thing, have a look over them, and we'll come back and we'll keep fiddling around with our pen that's not a pen. Alright, we're back. That was a very quick camera test, but I got to show you photos from the back camera, which is 5 megapixels, and the macro camera, which is also 5 megapixels. Sorry about showing you the Doom Mancubus, but I wanted to see his goofy face in good quality. So I've done that. He can sit over there. Honestly though, the photos actually didn't turn out too bad from the rear camera. Being 5 megapixels on this, it actually works surprisingly well. While most of the photos weren't exactly the best, at least I've given you a good idea of the camera quality on this. Before I finish talking about the camera, there's one little thing that I need to show you all. Those 2 LEDs that are built in there, they cannot function at the moment. Unless, so switch the macro camera down there. Once you've done that, now you're gonna go back to the screen orientation, set it to portrait, go back to open camera, and if I then go to the top here, where settings is, and I select flash, we have the LEDs working. So look at this. They're not that bright at all, are they? But they're bright enough for the macro camera to see what you're scanning. But that was the ultimate way that I was able to use this as a torch, and safe to say it's not going to be helpful whatsoever, and it's not really made to be a torch, but I just thought I'd show you all that I was able to do that. This isn't called the Android Translator Pen, it's called the Mad Hacks Pen. Moving on from the camera, we've got battery log, which was one of the ways that I did try and break this thing. Unfortunately that didn't work, but I've got bromide here. I can open up Google, just wait. There we go, Google, and I can go to my channel. I actually watched my live stream on this pen while I was streaming, which is Streamception. Here we have another keyboard, which kind of works. Kind of. Do you want to see what the keyboard looks like in portrait mode though? It's quite goofy, but here it is. Let's just say you want to search for Costa Rica 4K on YouTube. Good luck with that. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. Alright. Why is it in Chinese? You know what? I don't know how, but that was somehow usable. That happened. I can say web browsing on this is pretty slow. With the specifications in this thing, it's not the best. I mean, the fact you can actually browse the web on something like this is amazing in itself. Let's try YouTube then, and see if we can play Costa Rica in 4K. We won't be able to play it in 4K. There it is! Alright, now we have to go full screen. I closed it. I might have to connect a mouse to this, which defeats the whole purpose of having a touchscreen, but that's okay. This is the only Bluetooth mouse I have, and yep, there we go, perfect. We actually can play it in 4K. Okay, watch it struggle. Well, this is going to be really fun. Just wait for the magic. To save memory, Chrome removed some content. Let's be fair to it and play it in 720p, okay? I would have liked to have played it in 720p, but it doesn't even play. It's struggling with 720p, but it plays it. Oh, it's at 480p. Okay, that's why I can play it. But like, it's YouTube on a pen, and I can zoom in. No, I can't, because it's browser. But there you go. Granted, YouTube's not going to look the best on this, but the option's there. If you want to watch videos on this, you absolutely can. I mean, you could always put a movie onto the micro SD card and watch a movie in this aspect ratio if you wanted to. I might have to move my SMOOREZ logo out the way because I'm having to clean the screen all the time, so I keep knocking it around, so that's alright. So that's browser and YouTube on this thing. Factory test is just obviously the normal factory test, which I don't really need to test. That's a lot of tests. File manager looks a little something like this. Standard file manager that was hidden with the old launcher. You could not access this. Freedom we'll come back to. Gallery, which is how we broke this thing, but I don't need to say much there. Geekbench 5 we'll come back to. Grand Theft Auto we'll come back to as well. High battery. What's high battery? Oh, that's testing the battery. Okay, that's not too much that we have to do there. And I'm assuming these are more test functions. Oh, these are the updates that don't work. It's so much easier using a mouse to navigate this. aging test, another test menu there, which will probably come up in QuickShortcutMaker. Music's up next. Speaker test on a pen with best loudness on. Speaker doesn't sound the best with BFG division, but it is quite a loud speaker for what it is. But for its intended use of being a translator pen, that's more than enough, even though you can play music on this. It's not gonna be used as a media device per se, but if you break Android, then you can connect Bluetooth headphones or earphones up to this and use this as a media player if you want. I'm just playing BFG division on my pregnancy test. What are you doing? Navigation bar and open camera, I've already spoken about. I'm in QuickShortcutMaker just in case there's anything that I've missed, but I'm pretty sure I've went through this and shown everything that's in here. And there's honestly not too much to talk about. It's basically just all the stuff that I showed in applications, and there's nothing dodgy in that sense. There's just the launcher that was already on this that you can trigger. There it is there, Smart Scanner, which that's how I set the shortcut on the main screen, is using QuickShortcutMaker. And otherwise, there's a test? What's test? Oh, there's a different test menu there. Very blue. Oh, the voice thing is Baidu. Okay, fair enough. Didn't know that. But yeah, QuickShortcutMaker is definitely helpful if you want to retain the original functionality of this. Not too much left in default applications. Settings we've been through. Smart Scanner I've shown you all. System info. Test, which is the same test menu I think I just opened up before. The Baidu translator and the keyboard there. I'm going to just show you all the specs, because I need to educate you all on what is inside of this. So if I open up device info hardware, the resolution of the screen is 640 by 172, which is not quite what they advertised. MT6580, Android 8.1, 2 cameras listed there, which I may Google them, because one's an OmniVision and one should be a Galaxy Core, I believe. And there we go, 1 gig LP DDR3 at 1066 and 8 gig of Samsung flash memory. There's no sensors in this thing whatsoever. No accelerometer, no light sensors, nothing. MT6580 speedy quad-core processor with a Mali 400MP GPU, system being Oreo, the screen, which is in a weird aspect ratio. I wonder what aspect ratio that would be classed as this here. I don't know how to work that out, to be honest. But if I do the multi-touch test, it turns out we've got 2-point multi-touch. That means you can play games using the multi-touch on this, but that's why we need a keyboard and a mouse to navigate this, because trying to use multi-touch on this display, you're not going to have a good time. 1 GB of RAM there with 56% used. In cameras, we've got OmniVision 5 megapixel and then Galaxy Core 2 megapixels, but it took pictures in 5 megapixels, so I'm not too sure about that one. Maybe it interpolates. It says video supported, but video doesn't work. If you have any idea on how video may be able to work, feel free to let me know and I'll try it and upload it as a short or something like that. Battery is 2500 mAh as a power profile, but that's completely incorrect. Thermal, the CPU is about 41 degrees, which you can see that there'd be a lot of cooling in this. There's no cooling in this. Sensors, absolutely nothing. Opening up the other application real quickly, I'll just go straight to screen just to see if it tells me the aspect ratio. 120 pixels per inch though. 52 Hertz is the refresh rate. Cameras, it just crashed. We get a good idea of the specs. I'll display them at the end anyways. So now we've got 2 things left. Geekbench and gaming. Oh boy. Geekbench on this thing. The great thing is it opens. The bad thing is we don't have a battery that lasts too long in this, and this is going to take quite a long time. So I'll just run the CPU benchmark and I'll give it live support. Safe to say the numbers on this are going to be pretty much what we know from previous devices, but I thought, you know what, for the fun of it, let's try it. Curious to see what scores from the MT6580 we get, but we're at 2%. Progress. Also, I can't access the notification bar while using applications and stuff. It's only on the home screen of the launcher that I'm able to use it, but I don't really need to use it in any other scenarios. It's at 4% now. I'll leave it to it and we'll be back soon. Alright, it's done. We've got 72 for the single core and 140 for the multi-core score, so I'll display some other specs to the side. There you go. There's a bit more room. So the Liago M9 got 51 for the single and 150 for multi, and the Soy's S23 Mini Pro thing got 69 for the single core and 164 for the multi-core scores. So about correct for an MT6580 device. Pretty much right in the ballpark that we'd expect from this sort of thing. So with my mouse and keyboard connected, we can go ahead and try gaming on the Android Pen. I think I'll start with Doom first. I was told to use free Doom, and here we go. It's exciting. There it is. And ignore the on-screen stuff, I can't hide it for some reason, but once I go into the game... Perfect. And it runs, obviously, beautiful. I just don't remember the controls. Uh-oh. I've accidentally pressed the keyboard. Now I'm just going around in circles. We should be good now. Okay. And there we go. It's Doom! You can play Doom on this completely perfectly. But if you fancy yourself maybe a slice of Doom 2, then you can absolutely do that. Doom 2 has a chainsaw. That makes it better. There we go. Ah. Go grab the chainsaw first. Cool. Now you can slay demons all day long. Let's go find a demon. Where are you, buddy? There he is. Whee! I think you get the point now that Doom completely works fine. But you may be wondering, okay, SMOOREZ, you've demonstrated Doom working, yeah? And Doom breaking. This is kind of a bit weird, but alright. Now if we put it into portrait mode, do you want to see what Doom looks like now? It's even better. I had to use blue tack to hold it up. That's what she said. This is what Doom looks like in portrait mode. Safe to say this is, well, I actually can't quite see what's going on because it's a little, well, you know. Yeah, I killed a demon in portrait mode. Yay. This is oddball Doom. It's so weird playing it like this. But then again, playing it in landscape mode is also weird on this too. But hey, you can do it. You can absolutely play Doom on this if you wanted to. If you want to spend $70, break this thing and play Doom on it. It's a cool party trick. You can. You absolutely can. Now, I'd imagine if you use some sort of a cloud surface as well, you could probably stream games onto this, but with the poor battery life and the MT6580, I'm not too sure how well you'd go with that. We have a slight problem with trying to play San Andreas on this. Let me show you what happens. Go ahead and open it up, as normal. Shows that. Sorry for the fingerprints. Then I'm brought to this screen. There's buttons right here that say offline and sign in and sign up. I can't click any of them because it can't actually fit on the screen. I've tried to change the size of the display, I've outputted it to my PC and used source copy, and I can't actually get to those buttons. I've also tried a controller to pair it up, and I can't actually navigate to where it says offline. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you San Andreas running on this thing, but I guess it would have been a bit of a stretch. However, as a backup, I have GTA 3. Perfect. Gaming. Let's put the draw distance all the way up. Screen resolution. Whoop, we're getting there. This is a bit of a sight that you won't be able to unsee. Let's go ahead and play GTA 3 on the pen. This is what it looks like. This worked on stream, so this is why I've decided to use this again. Just give it a moment. There we go. Betchy. This is so weird. It's blue tacked into place, so you know, it's fine. Drive is what I shall do. And look at this! My god. Oh, oh, it's classic controls, okay. And this is what it looks like. I can change the camera view to first person. I can do top down, good old original GTA style. Or there. I'll probably do it to there. But it runs. It runs fairly good at its resolution of like 640 by 148 or whatever. It's reasonable. I mean, sure, you're not going to buy this just to play GTA 3 and Doom on, but as a fun thing to tinker around with, you absolutely can do that if you wanted to. This is pro gaming right here, isn't it? Instead of, you know, an ROG Ultimate 7 or 8, 9 Pro or whatever they're up to. Now, I've just stuck a $70 Translator Pen onto this controller and called it a day. If anyone's seen you doing this in real life, they would question what you're doing, but also commend you on your spirit of getting things to work. Can you believe I've made it to Luigi's without actually flipping the car? And now, I can walk around Liberty City. All the classic controls are there, yep. It's pretty much at 60 FPS for the most part. Some frame dips here and there, but it's fine. I got the camera view to be a little bit better by holding L2 and R2. Now I can't see more than like 2 feet in front of me. Oh, that's the ocean, But yeah, like, it runs great. For this anyways, the MT6580 is capable of playing GTA 3 and GTA San Andreas, but very questionable quality. That's optimal parking right there. The speaker actually sounds horrific now. I'll get him, Misty. It doesn't take that long. Hi, I'm Misty. Boom. I've played GTA 3 on a watch. I've now played GTA 3 on a pen. That's a poll. What's next? Playing it on a calculator? That will be next, but anywho. And if I was to rely solely on touch controls, well, I wouldn't get too far, because I can't get out of the car, but I can kind of drive around. There we go. I might turn the volume down, because I'm screaming. This works. It's GTA 3 Chaotic Edition. You just have to guess where you're going and run over as many people as you can, hit as many cars as you can, hit as many poles as you can, and you'll have fun until the car blows up. And that's it, the end of the story. It's just amazing to know that this thing was running something that was so locked down. We eventually used a glitch, and this is where we're at. Technology is amazing. I can also take the blue tack off there now. Sad that I couldn't show you San Andreas, but I think GTA 3 and Doom is more than enough. We can browse the web on this. We can play games on this. We can listen to music. We can use it as a normal Android device. It's just, how practical is it? Not very practical at all, but for the whole fun of it, the whole journey that I have been on to get to this point has been absolutely, well, painful for one, but also very interesting at the same time. And I hope you too have enjoyed watching a $70 Translator Pen that runs Android, but very, very locked down, become a fully fledged, perfectly working Android system. I didn't think it was possible, and here we are. I know one other YouTuber has done a video on a similar pen, but not the same one. So people are telling me in chat to follow his instructions, but that had root access and stuff. This does not have root access. We kind of just had to figure it out as we went along, and here we are. So with that, I can switch this off and quickly show you the ins of this thing. I've already taken this apart several times before, but I just want to do it one more time, just to show you all in a lot better quality than stream quality, what is exactly inside of this. And there's not too much, as you can kind of see already how many times I've had to pry into this thing because I was taking it apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, putting it back together, but it's okay. Fairly easy to get into this. Just unsnap some snaps and you're in. Take out the display and there it is there. And this display is super, super thin, so it does flex quite easily. And if it's not put back into place properly, when you go to press it, it all just warps and everything. So gotta just be a little bit careful, but this is the insides and they've chucked a QR sticker, which is the same QR sticker on there because sure. This is the mechanism for the Translator Pen. So you can see just in there that there's a little switch. This gets pressed down and that enables the camera and the LEDs to switch on. But under most circumstances, that doesn't work because it needs to be programmed in order for that to work. But there's a couple of screws that hold the motherboard down. I'm not going to be taking the shielding off. Number one, I think I'd destroy this if I do. And number two, we already know it's MT6580, so I'll leave it as it is. And with that, I can just lift the board out and the camera is still connected just down the bottom there. I can unplug that and that's it. We're in. The camera is right there. I'll Google that just in case it comes up with anything, but that's definitely a fairly small camera in there. The two LEDs to either side. Here is the most interesting bits, and I've got the speaker just soldered onto the back there. The rear camera looks a little something like this, which actually doesn't look too bad at all, and that's got a code on there. There is the 1000 milliamp hour battery, not the 1500 as they claimed. There's the little switch down there, so that just gets pushed in with the little plastic prongs, and that enables the magic to happen. There is the Type-C port there, micro SD card slot. We do have a code on the motherboard as well, just there. M21 version 1.1, which doesn't really tell me a lot, but there is actually dual microphones on this thing if you didn't see. There's one at the top there and one down the bottom. Apart from the voice recording that I quickly did on this, I haven't really been able to test it any other way because I couldn't do videos. But looking closely at the board, it's definitely reused because of these contacts right here. So this is likely used in other translation pens and they just do different configs and stuff. But a lot of people were telling me to short these two pins to try and get to recovery. That didn't work, unfortunately. Otherwise, the motherboard is unique. I can say that. It's made for these translator pens. It's not reused from something else. It's just old guts onto this weird looking thing. If you're wondering, there's nothing important under the battery either. Fairly quick teardown, but there's not too much that we need to look at here, apart from the speaker sticking to the shielding. That's a first. Well, I guess I'm going to put this back together for the final time, make sure it works, tell you the specs, and I think we can call this one a video, I think. Before I snap it back into place, I'll just make sure it does work. While it boots up, which it does, I'll display all the specifications for the welcome translator pen to the right side of the device. So feel free to pause the video if you need to and take all that in, because that's some fairly serious information. It's not really that complicated, but that's the review and breaking of this pen. I hope this has been a pretty entertaining video because man, it's taken me a long time to get this done. Let me just see if this still works. I really should have got this to say something funny. Let's just see if this works. On we go.
Welcome DC Vice.
Close enough. Alright, let's see if it can read PP.
P1P.
Okay, my handwriting's terrible.
Anal.
Oh, it is anal. Well, we called it anal for the fun of it, didn't we?
PCOC.
PCOC. Alright, let's try PP.
Pip1.
Pip1.
PP1.
PP1, see?
Pip.
Pippy.
Pip1.
No.
PP1.
Oh my god, okay, we'll do it the easy way then. There. Read PP. Read my PP.
Pip.
Fuck you.
PP.
See? It is PP. Everyone's saying that, no, it's not.
PP.
This says so. If a welcome device says so, it has to be true then. I didn't even check that, but yeah, the front is actually glass. Well, that's it, folks. That's everything I needed to show you. The last thing was the teardown, and now you've made it to the end of the video. So thank you very much for sticking around and watching this one. I really do appreciate it. But if you had to use the timestamps to skip along, that's 100% understandable, because this was just a huge mess of a video that included a 9-hour stream, 3 hours of me recording, another 3 hours of me recording for trying to get games working and stuff. You know what? It all makes sense in editing, so that's the main thing that counts, I suppose. I hope you all got some good laughs and some entertainment out of this thing. And if you want to purchase this, I'll leave the link in the description below if you want to take a look at it, or even find a cheaper one and see what you can do with these things, because the functionality is kind of good with this. The fact that it can translate just by, you know, doing that sort of thing, it's really good in itself. It's not meant to be used as a normal Android device, because it's meant to just be for like study and stuff like that. But you can use the power of mad hacks and go ahead and do so much more with this, which makes this probably one of the more unique MT6580 devices that I've actually reviewed on this channel. So now I can put this in my collection as that weird device that looks like a pregnancy test and comes with that case, which we shouldn't speak of again. But anywho, this review would not have been possible without the generosity and kindness of these folks displayed on screen for donating during the live stream where we found that. I really appreciate all of you chipping in and telling me to purchase this, because I've absolutely had a blast making this video and just showcasing what this thing can do. I didn't expect too much out of it, but you've got to see gaming, Geekbench, YouTube test, browser test, and a lot more in this very, very rambly and chaotic video. So thank you very much, everyone, for donating once again. I really do appreciate everyone. And as I said, another calculator is on the way, so hopefully I can do that review before I take my break. And a massive thank you to this viewer displayed on screen, because I'm not too sure how I pronounce that. I could have a go if you'd like. Mlijsurdik. Thank you, Mlijsurdik. I hope I got that pretty good, but you were the one who said to check out this thing and that these exist. That's gonna do it for another episode of iWish. I hope you all have thoroughly enjoyed this one. But yeah, if you do happen to buy one of these, or if you already own one of these, let me know your experience with them for their intended functionality as well as their not intended functionality. Hey, let's stick Android on a pen and call it a day, hey? And lock it down with a password that no one can actually crack. That password that's in the original launcher in settings has not been cracked. No one knows what the password is. We've tried multiple things. No one knows. So look in those system files. If you can decipher it, let me know. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, and I believe at this point in time we've just crossed 92,000 subscribers as well, by the way, which I think I was saying 91,000 like a couple of days ago, and now we're at 92,000. So thank you so much to all the viewers that are new to this channel, and thank you to all of the existing ones as well. I appreciate your support and the love for watching me have a look at these random, strange, obscure, bootleg, weird, cheapo, generic, Chinese, weirdo, bootleg, did that make sense? That made sense. Devices. I appreciate it so much. This is such a fun little journey. But looking at this jank stuff is so much fun, and you folks love having a look at this stuff with me, so I appreciate you all tagging along with me through this unpredictable journey that I'm currently on. As always, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and be good people, and I'll see you all in the next video, which I'm not too sure what exactly that will be, because I've got a number of things that I want to work on, but I'm sure I will work that out in due time. Thanks for watching once again, and until the next time I see you, please take care, keep being awesome, and I'll see you all in the next one. If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.